Looking for a career that's hands-on, high-tech, and actually in demand? If you like working with your hands, solving problems, and being the one people count on to keep things running, then the Industrial Maintenance Mechanic program may be exactly what you're looking for. Today, we're talking to Industrial Maintenance Mechanic Instructor Michael Beckner. He's answering real questions about what this program is all about, what you'll learn, and where it can take you. Let's jump in.
No, that's a wonderful question. Some of the entry-level positions would include like maintenance technician, facility maintenance personnel, and millwrights. Some of the more advanced jobs would actually include electrical, mechanical piping, and even maintenance personnel and automation. And that would actually include potential of being a supervisor for those type of trades. That's another question we hear a lot. Majority of those jobs are usually found in the manufacturing facilities, but it's not limited to just manufacturing facilities. You will also see them in the power plants, warehouse, utility providers, and even like building maintenance, like you would find in your normal apartment buildings, those type of jobs like that. Majority of the jobs in our area, we're seeing starting salaries right around $20 to $24 an hour. In our area, that is phenomenal money. It's easy to, be able to live very comfortably. And once an industrial maintenance worker gains experience, or even in a specialized trade, they can actually see as much as $30 an hour. And we've even seen in some of the plants that we've seen folks make, in the 40s. But generally, they've had multiple years experience. As an industrial maintenance mechanic, you'd work on a number of things from preventive maintenance, which consists of inspecting, servicing machines, even removal and installation of new entire machine lines. In some cases, there's welding and fabricating. So the best thing is there's never a dull moment as an industrial maintenance mechanic. These jobs tend to be a lot more secure. As long as we have manufacturing in our area, we're always going to need a need for industrial maintenance personnel. There are a number of facilities in the Dan River region. I like to call it Dan River region, Martinsville, Danville, South Boston area. That's kind of where we're all kind of centrally located. The maintenance personnel, right now, we are seeing a need for roughly about 80, and that's constantly changing every day. Probably the top ones that I know is obviously job security. You have very competitive pay. You got great career opportunities to advance your career. Um, Generally, most of these places offer great benefit packages because maintenance personnel are something that's really hard to get. So also you want to definitely try to keep these folks. You have transferable skills as well. For some reason, if you decide to change your career path and you decide to go from industrial maintenance and facility, you can actually go to other trades like and other industries. Maybe we can go into aerospace, we can go into automotive industries, even go into power plant construction side. You've always got great learning opportunities, so you always get a chance to have a continuous learning path throughout your life, which is obviously always a great tool to have in your arsenal. So the more things you know, the more useful you are to other locations. So obviously you're gonna have more job security that way. And one of the greatest things that I've enjoyed the most about being an industrial maintenance personnel is I was able to learn how to do stuff around my own house. So now I don't have to wait for the service technician 2 or 3 days not have water. I can actually go ahead and fix the water myself and have everything up back and running. The other than just industrial maintenance mechanics, you can transfer to construction, automotive, industrial. You can even do industrial and agricultural mechanics. Gears are pretty much gears. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's in a pump drive or whether it's in a skid steer loader. I mean, hydraulics work the same, the gears work the same. So it's very very fluid and be able to go back and forth. We see a lot of folks going to utility construction, and we even see some folks that do renewable energies, such as your solar and your wind power. We utilize the NCCR training program, which is internationally recognized. Each student receives an NCCR number at the beginning of the class. That number stays with them. And once they go through the application process, they can actually put that number down as part of their extended education. And when they do that, that employer can actually look that number up and see that they have completed different sections of the NCCR program. And then also, if they look and see that a student has completed all four, they know that student has completed enough that on-job training and coupled with the education, and they would actually be certified as a journeyman. All right, we have classroom instruction, which covers the book work, but NCCR really stresses the importance of hands-on training. So we have considerable amounts of time we spend in the lab, and in lab areas we perform different tasks. That we also covered in the book work. We'll do everything from pulling a bearing off of a shaft, all the way to the point that like the current class we're working in right now, we're working with electrical stuff. So we actually have electrical trainers that I bring in, show the students how to test all the different types of electrical plugs, and we're starting to go through and I'm creating problems in that for the students to be able to find as part of their troubleshooting side. We have a very strong desire to teach the troubleshooting side of it. That's generally the bread and butter of an industrial maintenance mechanic. If they're really good at troubleshooting, they're going to have a very successful career. The NCCR, each trade generally has 4 levels. Each one of those levels is broken down to individual sections. Like current sections we're working on now, we originally started out working with valves, identifying valves. We take them apart, repair the valves. We talked about pumps and drivers. And now that we've progressed on down toward the end of the section, we're actually looking at doing electrical work, how to start troubleshooting some of the simpler electrical stuff. Now everything builds even stronger every level after that. So we're going over essentially some of the same things, but we're just tend to dive a little bit deeper into them. And as far as like the troubleshooting, where we're working on common, like 110 volt, 208 volt stuff, once we get into like level 3, level 4, we're going to start digging into the 277 and the 460 volt stuff. I would definitely suggest them reach out to me or one of the team members in the workforce, and we would love to schedule a time for them to come out, and that way I can actually show them some of the stuff that we have in our labs and try to give them an idea of some of the things that we would go over and give them the ideas of very much like the things that we discussed earlier in the videos. Let them know how the job security is, let them know how many jobs is in the area, how many opportunities there are. And many of the companies in the area that are currently looking for maintenance personnel, they actually have their an apprenticeship program with them, with DCC, or they got an apprenticeship program internal themselves. An apprenticeship program is a wonderful jump start for everybody, because you get the chance to earn money while you're learning. And that's one of the things that we're actually working on, creating apprenticeship programs with multiple different facilities around the Dan River region. And I would just love an opportunity to talk to them, and see maybe they're not fit for the industrial maintenance mechanic. They might be more fit for the electrical or HVAC. That's something our team can sit there and talk to them and give them options.
Are you ready? Ready to train, ready to troubleshoot, ready to take control of your future. For more information or to get started in industrial maintenance mechanic training, call 434-797-8444